Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the Produce Buzzers podcast. We are so happy you have joined us today, and I think you will be too after the show is over, because you will learn a lot about fresh fruits and vegetables, how to select and store them, how to prepare and cook them, and surprising facts about their history and origin. We hope it inspires you to eat more fresh fruits and vegetables, not only for your health, but also for your delight and pleasure as you explore their amazing world of taste and delicious flavors. Eating more of them will transform your life in so many positive ways. So settle back, relax, and get ready for another delicious adventure with the Produce Buzzers. Greetings and welcome to another delicious episode of the Produce Buzzers podcast. I'm Edwin Stepp, your host and executive editor of ProduceBuzz.com. I'm joined once again by Teresa Nolan, the president and founder of Produce Buzz, along with Rick Stepp and Cynthia Benedetto, contributing editors to Produce Buzz. Now, Produce Buzzers podcast fans, you know we like to play a little games here every now and then. So this week, we're going to have some more game show fun on the podcast and test our Produce Buzzers knowledge of different fruits and veggies. Stick around and play along. I'm sure you will find it entertaining. This week's trivia game is in the form of a series of multiple choice questions. Each question is worth 5 points. The Produce Buzzer who answers the question correctly will get 5 points, but if they answer it incorrectly, they will lose 5 points. The first Produce Buzzer to raise his or her hand in the Zoom meeting app will get to answer first. And if they are wrong, the others will get a chance in the order they raise their hands. How will they do? Who will win? Can you match their knowledge and get the right answers? Listen and play along. You're certain to find it entertaining, and you will learn some very interesting facts about fresh fruits and veggies. Okay, Produce Buzzers, are you ready to play?
Yeah.
Ready.
We'll see.
Okay. Let me share my screen so that you can see the questions. Here we go. You can all see that. All right. You can see the game of it. First of all, let me show you the scoreboard. You're all at 0. Okay. Now we'll go back. Let me see here. Okay, and then we'll start the game here. All right, here we go. Can you all see that?
Yeah.
All right, do you have your hands ready to raise?
Ready.
Okay, here we go. This first one's not too hard, I don't think. Which of the following is considered a fruit? Carrot, broccoli, tomato. I think Rick was first.
Oh.
Celery.
Tomato.
That is correct. Yay, Rick. Good job. Okay, let me add your score in. Rick gets 5. All right, there we go. Now let's go back. Can you see the scoreboard too?
Yep.
Okay, good. All right, here we go. Next, well, there's the answer, tomato. Next question. What fruit's seeds are technically called arils? Pomegranate. Oh, Teresa.
Pomegranate.
That is correct. Big passion fruit, kiwi. No, they're all wrong. Next question. What vegetable is a cross between broccoli and Chinese kale? Romanesco. Cynthia?
Okay. Cynthia?
You're going to answer?
No,
she's...
I don't know.
Take a guess. Broccoli and Chinese kale.
Yeah, I was just thinking like broccolini. I don't know.
Okay. No,
well, the rest of us get to still get to play, right, on this one?
What's that?
Yeah. Yes.
The rest of us still get to play on this one, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Broccolini, kohlrabi, or bok choy? Rick.
Bok choy.
Let's see if you're right. No, sorry.
Broccolini.
I said
broccolini.
right.
Did you say broccolini? No,
Yes.
You did?
Roll the tape.
She did. She did say it.
Okay, then you got it right. All right, I'm sorry. I've
Does that mean
forgotten
I
the
don't really have to lose 5
I'm-
points since Cynthia?
Yep, that's
Got it
right.
right?
No,
Yeah.
Cynthia got it right. Okay, it would be good for me to remember the answers. That's my problem there. So
Well,
now,
wait a minute though. You got to take 5 points off Rick.
no, he answered.
I answered that after you got it
after
right.
you got it right. So I'm not going to take it away. Okay, so here's a score update. It's all tied. Everybody has 5 points. All right, next question.
Wait a minute, though. If I would have shot somebody,
Yeah,
After-
exactly. After I
Cynthia
said,
off.
that's him.
Yeah, then you get off scot-free.
If
All
you
right.
have $10,000 for the judge and
Yeah.
Pete.
Yeah, so that'd be
Yeah.
20,000.
Okay. All right, let's go to the next question.
I'm not sure if I've ever seen broccolini before. Have you guys?
Yeah, you have.
Yes. Uh-huh.
It looks like a cross between. It's already a cross, but it looks like a cross between broccoli rabe and like a baby broccoli. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Like, it's not like fiddlehead fern, but like it's kind of like that, like with the long.
Yeah,
Okay.
long stems. Maybe we should get a picture. Okay, here we go. Next question. What is the botanical term for a fruit that develops without fertilization? Apomixis, parthenocarpy, vivipary, or germination? Teresa.
Germination. That's what would happen if you,
sorry.
if you got.
That's wrong.
It must be apomixis.
Why? Why? What's the breakdown of that?
I don't know.
Anybody
It's
else
either
want to
French
guess?
or Latin that you would know. Then I think B.
That's correct.
Yeah. I remember thinking like, how in the hell? And then he goes, no, he was
Yeah.
a good sport.
Right. Parthenocarpy. In botany and horticulture, parthenocarpy is the natural or artificially induced production of fruit without fertilization of the ovules, which makes the fruit seedless. Okay, we'll give Cynthia another 5 points.
And I lose 5.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Edwin,
Couldn't have
like
told me.
I know we got like a lot of balls for you keep in the air. The answer, the math, like
I'm one-track mind. I can't do it.
We got to help him.
Yeah,
Okay.
Please help me. Okay, next question. What part of the plant do we eat when consuming lettuce? The root, stem, leaves, seeds? That was, oh man, Teresa was first.
Oh, really? The leaves?
Ah, yes, of course.
Okay. So, here I was worrying about whether leaves were called leaves.
I know, right?
All right, so it's 10. Cynthia's leading 10 to 5. What vegetable belongs to the same family as carrots, who are often mistaken for them? Parsnip?
Parsnip.
Ah, Cynthia. Wow. Beautiful.
I was like, oh, I knew it wasn't the rutabaga, but because and then I'm like going with the shapes in my head.
Right. Very good. Cynthia, wow. You are.
I know, shocking.
Going to
guarded there.
town.
It's early in the game.
Yep, that's true. Okay, here we go. Next question. Which of these fruits is classified as a drupe? Blueberry, peach, strawberry, or a fig?
Oh my God.
Mm.
Should we have a timer? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're gonna have to. A peach.
Oh, I was going to say that, and I just.
Yeah. Drupe has the single seed inside.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. The durian fruit is infamous for its strong smell because of this compound: sulfur, methanol. Okay, Teresa.
I think it's sulfur.
Let's see. You are correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
Teresa,
isn't
way
that
to
what makes
go.
everything smell bad?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, right.
The others were lactic acid, acetic acid. Okay. But
Mhm.
sulfur is the correct answer. So, Teresa, you're catching up to Cynthia. Cynthia's in the lead with 15 points. Teresa's right behind her with 10. And Rick has 5 points. Some of these are really hard. Some are pretty easy. What vegetable is known for making people cry? Cynthia?
Onion?
Oh, yeah.
Yay!
Garlic, onion, potato, radish.
Uh,
I don't know. I've probably
I
cried
thought it was
over
passion
all.
fruit. Yeah.
I've cried all over all of these before, which reminds me of my favorite banjo joke.
yes.
You know what the difference is between a banjo and an onion?
Mm. It's got to have
Nobody
some.
cries when you cut up a banjo. Okay, next one. Let's go. This is a little tougher, but sort of in the same category. All right, here we go. What vegetable family do onions, garlic, and leeks belong to? Brassicaceae, Solanaceae, Allium, Teresa.
Allium.
That is correct. Way to go, Teresa. Here we go. You've caught her. Come on, Cynthia.
Mhm.
All right, next question. This is pretty tough. What is the scientific name for a tomato? Prunus domestica, Solanum lycopersicum, Musa acuminata, or Cucumis sativus?
Well,
So, Rick, you got it.
yeah.
B.
That is correct. Now,
Wow.
that's very good. How did you guess that? I think I
Because they have lipocene.
lycopene.
Lipocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
Lycopenes.
Yeah.
Lycopenes.
Lycopene.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it wasn't
Yeah.
as hard. That wasn't that
I was
hard.
waiting for you to go like, oh, I don't know. I just kind of guessed, but
Yeah.
no,
I need
that's good
points.
that you knew that.
It's like on the multiple choice questions that when you're in school, the answer was always C. Most likely, wasn't it? When you make up the answers, it seems like the teachers.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that commercial? What's the answer?
It was kind of
Like-
like taking the SATs on that one because of the root word there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Okay, here we go. What fruit is known as the king of fruits in Southeast Asia? Mango, pineapple, durian, or papaya? Who's that? Cynthia.
Mango.
Bah,
Mm.
sorry.
Oh,
Go ahead, Teresa.
papaya.
No, sorry.
All right, I'm making that
Wow.
one.
Oh,
What is it?
pineapple. Oh.
C. Durian.
That is right.
Oh
What the
my
hell? What's
gosh.
a durian? I don't even know.
That's that stinky fruit we were talking about before.
What's stinky fruit?
Durian is a stinky fruit. You wouldn't like it.
Was I talking about it?
No, we had another question right before about it.
We have talked about it on the podcast before.
Yeah. Why is this not? Why can't I click this? It's not clicking. Come on. All right.
I thought Teresa had 15 also.
She did,
I
but she
lost
answered.
5.
Oh, that's right. And Cynthia lost. My
How did I
goodness.
just lose this 5? Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Durian was the correct answer. Now the scores. Rick has come from behind to take the lead with 15 points. Teresa and Cynthia are in second place with 10 points each. Now let's get to the next one. What fruit is known for containing high amounts of bromelain, an enzyme that breaks down proteins? Teresa.
Pineapple.
You are right. We didn't even give you
Wow.
the choices, and she knew that. Fantastic. Way to go, Teresa. That's great. And that's real risk taking, Rick.
Yeah,
Learn
right.
from her on her risk.
What
taking.
is ooh?
All right. So for our listening audience who can't see the questions and potential answers, the potential answers were A, mango, B, pineapple, C, papaya, and D, kiwi.
It was a little bit risky though because there could be one that's even has more of that.
Yeah.
Sure, she was.
But it says is known for, so I guess.
What fruit is known for it? Yeah.
Because that could have been kiwi, right?
Yeah, kiwi does too, but pineapples are bromeliads, bromeliads, I think. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Well, kiwi is there, isn't it? Well,
Yeah. And papaya will break it down too.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but remember when we
Now
would
we
do
have controversy.
when we would do the kiwi, so you could also use it as a meat
Meat
tenderizer.
tenderizer.
Yeah. But papaya can be a meat tenderizer too.
I should have said all of the above.
Exactly.
Or how about which of these could not break down protein?
So is mango the only one that can't? I don't know.
Good
Like
question.
mango might have like.
I'm
Mango
not
might be here
sure.
too as well.
Oh, you know what? You need to ask this to Gene when he gets on the phone, when he gets on our podcast.
Gene.
Eugene.
Oh, yeah, right. Got it. Yeah, should get him. Yeah. Okay.
Boy, if a botanist wasn't winning this, they would be so embarrassed.
Right.
They're not all this difficult, I don't think, or this scientific, let's put it that way. Um,
Have any of you used pineapple for a meat tenderizer?
Not intentionally.
What would you just chop it up and put it in there with the juice or something?
Put it in there. Yeah. Put it in on the fruit. I mean, on the meat.
Yeah.
Just pineapple juice, or do you have to have the fresh?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it tenderizes my mouth. I don't know whether anybody else feels that after
Yeah.
they eat pineapple.
It does. If you eat too much
Oh,
of it.
I didn't even think about that.
I learned working on some of these questions that mango is in the same family as poison ivy.
Yes.
So that's probably why some people get such an
My
allergy.
mom used to get like she had difficulty peeling it. So Eugene said it was because of the sap.
It's in the skin, what it is. Remember Melinda Richardson told us she had an allergy to mango?
All
And
right.
but
Yeah.
she likes to eat it, so she just gets someone else to peel it.
Right. Okay, Teresa, you're in the lead.
Oh, it's
Winning,
always scary to
15.
be in the front. 'cause
Everybody's after you.
That's right.
All right, here we go. Next question. What vegetable is commonly mashed and used as a substitute for mashed potatoes? Parsnip. Cynthia.
Oh shit. I was gonna say cauliflower.
You are
Oh
correct.
shit. You.
And once again, for our listening audience, the potential answers were A, parsnip, B, turnip, C, cauliflower, which was the right answer. Cynthia got it before even seeing it, and D, squash.
Yes.
Because when I saw parsnip and turnip, I was like, shit, it's not like they were not cruciferous vegetables.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Well, it says commonly. I think cauliflower is definitely more common than the others, although you could mash any of those, I suppose.
Mhm.
I would have guessed rutabaga if it was on there, but
I don't think rutabaga. I think rutabaga. Does it get soft
Yeah.
like that?
rutabagas mash up really good. But cauliflower is probably the most popular, like you guessed, because there's such a craze for that now.
Yeah.
Instead of
They
eating,
were probably just more proactive on their marketing.
oh yeah, like
The California cauliflower board probably has way more money than the rutabaga.
the rutabaga stories.
Yeah, exactly.
What is a rutabaga? Most people would say.
Well, of the other three that are here, they probably wouldn't mash up very well.
Squash
Turnip
would.
would be okay.
Well, if you're talking about a yellow squash or a zucchini, that there's so much water in them, but
How about an
maybe
acorn
an
squash?
acorn
Yeah,
squash.
you'd have to do
that
like an
definitely.
acorn squash.
Winter
or-
squashes would do. well.
Yeah.
Right.
How
Yeah,
a
but
butternut?
cauliflower is the closest to the flavor of a potato.
Yeah. True.
How
Yeah.
about a honey nut squash?
Oh, we had those, by the way. They were delicious.
Yeah, they were good.
Really sweet. You wouldn't need to put any sugar on them, Cynthia.
Hmm.
You should look for one. Really.
Are
I
they
bet
in
Cynthia
season?
does
Are
not
they
put
in
sugar
season
in.
now?
They're not in season now. They're a winter squash, but you can find them.
Well, yeah, and that was the wrong way to ask the question because, like,
Yeah.
I agree with you. Like, just because I can get, spaghetti squash in the summer, I'm like,
That's not when
I
it's
know.
that's not when
Yeah.
it's harvested. It's harvested in the fall,
yeah.
but they keep well. All right.
Mhm.
Okay, let's keep going. Where did pineapples originate? Africa, South America, Australia, or India? Rick.
India.
Oh, sorry.
Uh, should be
Anybody
pretty
else want
easy
to
now,
guess?
guys.
All right, I'm going to time you out. Doesn't look like you want to guess. Bzzzt. The answer is South America, which is where
Okay.
they grow most of. Well, most of them are grown in Costa Rica now, at least the ones we
Right.
get
Yeah.
here. but they grow them in other places as well. So let's see here, Rick. Sorry, you're going to lose some points.
Okay.
And nobody else gained any points. So that brings the scores up to Teresa leading with 20 points, Cynthia in second place with 15, and Rick trailing by 5 with 10 points.
I'm surprised I'm only by 5. Oh, I'm
not
15 now.
Not a high-scoring game, is it?
Yeah. These are pretty tough questions.
Yeah. If
Okay.
you want us to come back and play this game, I would like,
All right.
give
Well,
us a
okay.
give us
Maybe-
a few dopamine
maybe,
rushes.
Maybe your wish will be your command. Let's see. What vegetable was used as currency in parts of Europe during the Middle Ages? A, onion, B, garlic, C, cabbage, or D, the potato? Okay, Teresa.
Onion.
I would have said a potato.
I would have said cabbage.
Well, the potato had not made its way to Europe by the Middle Ages. Didn't come till after the Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like after the Spanish Inquisition? Like when they raped and pillaged Ireland? Is that when it came in? Made to Europe?
No, the Spanish conquistadors, the Spanish explorers brought them back. So that would have been 1500s, late 1400s at the earliest, 1500s, which is not technically the Middle Ages. That's later, beginning of the Renaissance, actually. Okay.
Did small onions count like quarters, and then
that's a good
larger size onions were $1?
That's good. Okay.
Done by weight.
Yeah. That's true. Okay, what fruit has seeds on the outside of its skin? Strawberry, raspberry. Okay, Teresa.
Strawberry.
All right, Rick, I think she just beat you.
Yeah.
But that was definitely one of the easy ones, okay? There are a few easy ones in here. Where were tomatoes originally domesticated? Rick.
South America.
China, South America, Africa. South America, Rick. All
right.
You're back in the running. So Teresa's still leading with 25. Cynthia has 15 and Rick has 15. Okay, next question, contestants. What fruit is the largest tree-borne fruit in the world? Jackfruit, coconut, Rick?
Jackfruit.
That is correct. Breadfruit, durian. Those are all pretty big fruits, but jackfruit is the right answer. So, Rick.
A risk on that one, but I thought I remembered it.
You're back in second place. Okay, here we go. What fruit was thrown at Roman gladiators as a sign of disapproval? Grapes, figs, olives, or pomegranates? Nobody's willing to take the risk. It is a tough one. Kind of a...
I would say, okay, I'm going to just guess, but I'm not going to raise my hand, so you're not taking any points away.
No. Okay, you can.
I would say pomegranates because olives aren't big enough, but they were the Romans, like they had plenty of olives, so it could have been that, but not grapes or figs.
You were
correct. They have a lot of figs too, so I don't know.
You could. You know what? I'm gonna. If the other two don't disagree, I'm gonna give you points for that.
Yeah, let her have it.
Because you reasoned it out.
Wait a minute. No, you can't say that you can't.
Okay. If
you play poker and say, I'm not going to put money in the pot, but I'm going
to. Okay. Let's take a vote. I know it.
You're like my grandson. He makes up the rules.
As he goes along.
Have you ever played a game with a 5-year-old? They make up their own rules.
You leave him alone.
Yeah.
I'm like that, actually. I'm making up the rules.
Did you ever watch that comedy show, skit show? It was actually an improv kind of show called Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but I remember the name of it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So anyway, the host of the show would just come up with his own way to score it. He was not fair at all. But it was a great show, really funny show.
That would suit you.
I always
Well,
thought they must have given those guys uh, the notes before the show so they could actually make something up that's really funny. I always just could not believe that they could be that funny impromptu.
Hmm.
yeah. Well, I have read that that is actually, a lot of people believe that, but it's actually not the case. But impromptu, these guys that do impromptu like that, they work hard at it. It's like they prepare themselves for any kind of, they come up with ahead of time
Sure.
different scenarios. And of course, there was kind of some patterns in the show that they could copy. But I read that it absolutely was not. They were not given anything ahead of time.
That's amazing.
So they were really good. Okay, here we go. Which of these fruits is known for having a rough, spiky skin? Dragon fruit, apple, orange. Teresa was first.
Dragon fruit.
Right. Way to go, Teresa. See, these are not always too hard.
No.
No, I was expecting there to be a porcupine fruit or something.
Well, there's
I know.
rambutan and mangosteen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That could have been one in there. So if you tried to
No,
guess,
but like it's not a rambutan's not a spiky, rough, spiky skin.
Yeah.
okay, whatever you
Like,
say.
it's kind of they're soft. Like, like their little hairs and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. I guess you're right.
There's no question with the four choices which one.
Yeah, exactly.
See, I throw you some real easy ones there. Okay, next one might be easy too. Which U.S. state produces the most peaches? Florida. Cynthia.
Georgia.
Sorry.
Oh, probably South Carolina. Shit.
Don't.
Oh, sorry.
Anybody else want to guess? Should I keep
Well,
going?
just keep going, but I think I know the
Georgia?
answer.
South Carolina or California?
Oh.
Rick.
California.
No.
Oh
South
my
Carolina,
goodness.
actually,
Florida?
South
Carolina?
Carolina.
Oh,
South Carolina.
okay.
I know
California
that
is
South
very
Carolina used to
close.
be, but I thought that California passed them up because
They're
all that.
very close. When I checked this, at least back in the spring when I did this,
Yeah.
I checked it, and South Carolina was still producing more. But
Mhm.
California has passed them a time or two because depending on what's happened to you weather-wise,
Yeah, exactly.
that makes a big difference. But
This past with hurricanes season, you might have been correct or before.
or if they get freezes, sometimes they get freezes.
Yeah.
You know, another thing though is California produces more canning peaches.
Oh,
But
interesting.
maybe that should be fresh peaches.
Fresh peaches. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, anyway, nobody got it. Let's check the scores here. Teresa, did you? No, Rick said.
Yeah, I
said
guess I was wrong.
that
So.
you got lost, and Cynthia guessed wrong, so she's back to 10.
But Teresa's doubled us up.
Yeah, tripled up Cynthia.
She's more than us.
Not
I've
to
been
rub it
very,
in.
very, very lucky.
Okay. So now Teresa is solidly in the lead with 30 points. Rick is in second place with 15, and Cynthia has 10 points. Next question. What is the primary antioxidant in carrots that gives them their orange color? Lycopene. Rick?
Carotene.
No, it's probably
one
like
more.
carotenoid or something.
You're close. Beta carotene,
Oh, okay.
anthocyanin, or flavonoid.
So beta carotene doesn't. You have to say both.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I would have probably given it to him, but
I think the carotene is the color part.
mhm.
Oh, okay.
But anyway,
Beta means it's just kind of out there for testing, not quite ready for release.
what does beta mean anyway? Technically, what does beta mean?
In this context, I don't know, but it's beta is the second letter of the Greek alphabet. Alpha, beta, gamma.
Right.
So it's
So,
like
but like
bee
what's that
carotene, maybe like a bee
Yeah.
carotene.
Yeah,
mean?
maybe so.
So
But
what?
you hear people talking about carotene, not just beta carotene is the nutrient, but Technically, I thought carotene was the color part.
Well, Teresa said she thinks we should give it to you. Cynthia,
Well,
what do
does
you
anybody,
think?
does
That's
anybody
fine,
have
but you should look up what
yeah.
beta carotene means and like so.
Yeah.
Well, Rick,
Okay,
you are
so
correct. So I'm going to give it to you. Carotenes are a type of pigment found in plants and some animals. So the beta was not necessary there. So I think we'll
yeah.
give him.
Especially since I'm so desperate now.
Not as desperate as Cynthia.
Yeah,
Now, you know what? Go
exactly.
ahead and give Cynthia that 5 for when she didn't raise her hand too while you're out.
Exactly, right?
Okay,
Oh,
all
now,
right,
now
all
I
right.
get
Yeah.
it.
Let her
Now he's
have it.
happy.
Put your
Yeah.
phone,
Okay.
put your
Yeah.
hand down.
All right, there we
Hello,
go. I
hello.
love this.
Okay.
Rick,
All
Rick,
Hands
right.
down,
hand
hands
down.
down.
Okay.
What ancient civilization is credited with domesticating the first cultivated bananas? Egyptians, Mayans, Greeks, or Austronesians? Rick?
The Mayans.
Nah.
Oh. Now Cynthia gets
Cynthia?
to.
Oh shit. That's what I was gonna say. Let's see. Egypt, Greece. I don't know what the last one is. Where are they from?
That's basically Australia and Polynesia, the whole South Pacific.
Then I would say D.
You are correct.
Because
Australasia.
like, it doesn't grow in Egypt and it doesn't like I don't think
Yeah. Well,
in Europe either.
that's right. I will give it to
I
you.
thought that was Austria.
I'm with you. I'm with you. That's why I asked, like, where are they from?
Yeah.
They didn't read the Nesians part.
Oh, this is fun.
Okay.
Okay, now here's a really tough one.
Mm.
What vegetable is commonly used to make pickles? Cucumber. Teresa,
Cucumbers.
are you sure? You sure you want to go out on a limb?
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb on that one.
Commonly, again, you can make pickles out of any of these,
Sure.
Yes.
but most commonly, probably should say most commonly. The other possible answers were, other than cucumber, was carrot, squash, and eggplant. Anyway,
Yeah.
Teresa, you got it.
Well, if you walked into the supermarket and said, "Where are the pickles?" they
Yeah,
would assume you mean cucumber pickle.
I think so. All right, here we go. What country is the largest producer of garlic? Spain, China, India. So Teresa,
I'm gonna actually say China.
you are correct. China it is.
Okay.
All right. This next one might be a little tricky. Let's see. Which fruit is known for having the most fiber per serving?
Mm.
Apple, pear, raspberry, or a prune? Cynthia was first.
Okay.
Prune.
Sorry, Cynthia. No.
Mm.
Teresa?
It's a pear.
Sorry. Wrong.
Really?
now.
I thought pear has had more than an apple, so.
Well, they
Okay.
may.
Yeah, I'll guess.
Oh.
Rick?
Raspberry.
That is the correct answer.
Interesting.
Hmm.
That's through process of elimination because I would have picked prune.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That was
All
the
right.
raspberry board that said
Yeah, the
Exactly.
raspberry. That was correct, straight from the raspberry board.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Rick, I'll give you 5 points. All right, this is getting a little closer. The scores now are as follows. Teresa's in the lead still with 40 points. Rick has 25 points, and Cynthia just right behind him with 20 points. All right, here we go. Now, you produce buzzers, you should know this one. What fruit can change the taste of sour foods to sweet when eaten beforehand? Tamarind, miracle berry, rambutan. Rick,
Miracle berry.
that is correct. Remember Robert Schuller
Yep.
sent us
Mhm.
those?
Yeah.
And I never tried mine, and I don't know what happened to them.
You know what
I
though?
lost
I
my
thought
pack.
I didn't realize that's the name of like I thought that was like, their
Sounds like a brand name, doesn't it?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. That is not their original name. It has another name. They come from Africa. The miracle berry's real name is Syncypillum docificum. It's a plant in the Sapotacea family, native to tropical Africa. It is known for its berry that, when eaten, causes sour foods such as lemons or limes to taste sweet. The effect is due to a glycoprotein called miraculin, which in itself does not taste sweet, but when the taste buds are exposed to it, the protein binds to the sweetness receptors. This causes normally sour-tasting acidic foods, such as citrus, to be perceived as sweet. And the effect can last for 1 or 2 hours. Okay.
So brand names, technically that would be incorrect.
So you could have said Kleenex, and he would have been like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
Xerox works too. Anything with an X in it is generally a brand.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. What vegetable is known for its long green stalk and is often paired with peanut butter? It was that Cynthia was first.
Oh boy.
Celery.
No, it's asparagus. No, you're right, of course. The other potential answers were asparagus, green onion, and leek. But of course, celery is the right one. Yeah, we like to throw in some easy ones now and then. See, you're getting
Oh,
your
paired with peanut butter.
what did you
I thought
think?
it tastes like peanut butter. So
And you're like, I have no idea.
It's like chicken.
peanuts.
Which vegetable is highest in vitamin K? Kale, tomato, zucchini, onion. Teresa.
Kale.
Yes, of course. Kale. There we go. So Teresa gains 5 points, and she now leads with 45 points in total. Rick and Cynthia are tied for second place, 20 points behind Teresa, each with 25. All right. The rest of you have got to catch up to Teresa. Come on.
Not going to happen, I don't think.
Mm.
What vegetable did ancient Egyptians consider sacred and place in the tombs of pharaohs? Carrots, onions, beets, or lettuce? Rick.
Onions.
That is correct. How did you know that?
I remember you saying that in one of the
Oh,
podcasts.
see, now you get points for listening to the host. See, the rest of you, they just tune me out.
Yeah.
What?
Okay, so the score is now Teresa is leading with 45. Rick is in second place with 30, and Cynthia is right behind with 25. So everything's still in play. We just have a few more questions to go. Here we go. What vegetable has the highest natural sugar content? Carrot, beet, sweet potato, or corn? Teresa.
I'm going to say sweet potato.
Oh, sorry.
I'll raise my hand.
Yeah, Rick. Rick.
Beet.
That is correct.
Oh, like a sugar beet. Yeah.
Mhm.
That is true. Of course, I guess it depends
Okay.
on the variety and a lot of other things, but typically beets. And corn has a lot of sugar as well.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
that was a
corn
kind of a
syrup.
dicey answer. Yeah.
Mhm.
Seems like it'd be easy answer, but not
Wait a
always.
minute. I hate to hurt myself, but you have to take 5 points away from me. 'cause
Oh,
I answered
okay.
it wrong.
Right. Thank you, Teresa, for being honest.
Yes.
You're so honest.
Yeah, you gotta have. You
Yeah,
can't have
I
bad
give you-
karma for.
I give you 50 points for being honest.
Oh, I like that.
You know,
Hey,
and
you
like
change
you
it
can't
up.
have bad karma and being a lot. A phony baloney for 5 points on Edwin's Jeopardy.
Right.
You gotta do something really bad.
Hey, while we're on the subject of beets, Lori's nephew and his wife brought us some freeze-dried beets that they made. Have you ever had freeze-dried beets?
No.
No.
They have a $3,000 freeze dryer.
$3,000. Wow.
Yeah,
And how does that work?
It freezes the vegetables first, and then it dehydrates it.
Okay, and then
So-
and so is it like is it malleable?
Yeah, their kids love them. It's like eating a piece of candy.
So then
Compared
what?
to-
They slice them up and then do it?
No, they were in cubes.
Oh,
And it's really hard. They taste like beets. They're sweet like beets, but they almost melt in your mouth, you know.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
Well, you
Uh,
should send us some.
yeah, I guess if I can we already ate the ones they brought us. I'm going to get us some more. I will.
did you say they were sweet
Ask
like
them.
candy or something? Do they come like?
Yeah, they would almost melt in your mouth.
Yeah.
The consistency is hard to explain. They also had some freeze-dried green beans, and they were okay, but this
Those crunchy?
no, not really. It's like it takes.
Maybe you could do it to your point,
Mhm.
Edwin, that he's saying like it freezes first and then it dries it. So maybe if you left it in there longer and dehydrate it more, then it'd be crunchy.
Yeah, it could be. But you've had the chips that are made out of beets or whatever.
Right.
It doesn't taste like that at all.
Hmm.
Those are just dehydrated.
Okay.
These are frozen and then dehydrated. That's why the machine is so expensive. They'll last
And
for
what?
25 years.
Okay. So that was my next question. How do you
Yeah.
keep them? Are they sealed, vacuum sealed or something
Yeah, they
inside?
just put them in quart jars,
Okay.
and,
And are
and they
those
don't seal
vacuum
it.
sealed or they're just
No,
screwed tight?
just you could put them in plastic bags, I think, but
Yeah.
it probably shows how good they are for if something can last for 25 years,
Yeah,
it'd be
exactly.
good for you.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like those McDonald's French fries that somebody said they found in an old car. It was like a 20-year-old car. There was a bag of McDonald's French fries, and they looked exactly like when they were pretty hard, but they didn't rot. They didn't just, and no
It didn't
bugs ate
disintegrate
them or
yet.
anything.
The bugs knew better. And I
Hilarious.
love some McDonald's French fries. I'm not
Hmm.
gonna lie.
Okay, what is the primary benefit of eating fiber-rich fruits and vegetables? Improves vision, aids digestion. Cynthia.
Aids digestion.
Very good. Increases
Good
energy
job.
levels, strengthens bones. Maybe it does all those, but
Yeah,
Probably
probably,
all
yeah.
of them.
yeah, aids digestion. So here we go. Cynthia, that's great. You're getting closer. So Teresa now leads with 40 points. Rick is in second place with 35. And Cynthia has 30 points. So it's a tight race here.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right. Which fruit has the highest natural sugar content per serving? Grapes, bananas, figs, or cherries?
I think
Cynthia,
figs.
you are correct. Look at you,
She's
girl.
going.
All right.
Well, I just go like, what's the sweetest one there if they're ripe?
Yeah. And you
But
know
wait a
this.
minute, is it fresh figs or dried figs? There is a
When
difference.
it talks about
They,
highest
serving.
natural sugar,
yeah,
I would
that's a good
say
question, but
it wouldn't be, yeah, it wouldn't be the highest process, Cynthia's favorite sugar like choice.
Right.
yeah,
How often do you guys
I
eat
bet
fresh
dates
figs?
would pass all those. But
Hmm.
What would you?
Oh, I bet.
date,
I bet you,
dates,
yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
Uh, I eat fresh figs whenever. I mean, I don't go looking for them necessarily, but if I see them in the grocery store, I'll get them. And when I lived in Southern California, all over Pasadena, a lot of people had fig trees in their yards, and they'd hang over their fences. And I remember there was one they had it right out in their front yard, and I was walking past it one day, and I said, "Oh, those figs look great." She said, "Well, come get whatever you want. They're just falling on the ground." So I went home and got a big box and filled them up. They were so good.
Hmm.
I bet Cynthia hates figs.
No, I love it.
Oh, do you? I figured those
Oh my God,
seeds.
like
What's that? All those seeds in it? You don't gross out?
no, it's because it's like dragon fruit. Like there are a lot of seeds in there. They might be a little crunchy if you're like chewing on it, but it's not the same as if you cut open like a pomegranate, a, a honeydew melon, like those melons that they have, like the seeds are bigger. Some are kind of like in a diamond shape, so it looks like an insect of some. It's just gross. That's what it's gross.
Well, I
Well,
learned
what do
something.
you like best, Cynthia? Fig Newtons or fresh figs?
Oh my God. When like I don't know if it was Piggly Wiggly or Winn Dixie. They had the best fig Newtons, but it was the store brand that I preferred. And like I would first of all have my mom, like they were still selling like when I was in New York, like just so in the late 80s, 90s, and I would freeze them. And then like you take them out, like, but like I've never been able to find the right flavor and consistency because like regular fig Newtons, they don't freeze well like the other
Wow.
ones did.
Mm.
Wow. I didn't think you were going to have that good of an
I know,
answer.
I'm like a real connoisseur of fig Newtons.
Okay, next question.
To make it more interesting, how many questions do we have left?
That's a good
No,
question.
isn't that a very nice
Well,
way
I
to say
think
like
I have a
what
lot.
the hell are you doing, Edwin? Like chop chop.
I have a lot more than I think we should take the time for. So I think we should end
Praise the Lord.
in about maybe we get five. Maybe we'll have a lightning bonus round or something, and
Okay.
maybe they'll be worth 10 points. Well, I tell you, here's what we'll do. We will do one more question, and then we'll do a bonus round. We'll do 4 more questions. They'll each be worth 10 points.
Oh, okay.
That'll make it a little more interesting. Okay, here we go. The Three Sisters agriculture system of Native Americans consisted of corn, beans, and what third crop? Teresa?
Squash.
That is correct. The other potential answers were peppers, tomatoes, and potatoes. Very good. The Three Sisters. All right. So now Teresa's in the lead with 45.
No,
Rick
you
is
said it
second.
was gonna be 10 points.
No, after this question. Then,
Oh, okay.
Then we have 4 that'll be 10 points.
Did the Indians rotate those crops?
They grew them together.
Okay.
The let's see, what were they now? Corn,
You like
beans.
him so much, your favorite ones.
Corn and beans and squash. So the squash grew on the ground. The corn grew up and was tall. The beans climbed up the corn.
Yeah.
The squash was on the ground. So
Oh, wow.
they were typically planted all together from what I have read.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, we're going to go into the bonus round. 4 questions, each worth now 10 points each. Let's see if they're worth 10 points each. Okay. Here we go. What fruit was used as currency by the ancient Aztecs? Tomato, cacao, banana. Rick.
Cacao.
That is correct. Cacao.
Chocolate.
Did each of you know that? Because you
Yeah.
all rang in.
Yep. Yeah.
No, I did not, but it makes most sense. It's the best thing on there.
Rick has-
It's the sweetest.
All right, Rick's taking the lead in this bonus round. So now
Yeah.
the pressure's on the other 2 of you. Let's see what the next question is. Which type of fruit has a glycemic index of nearly 0? Apple, avocado. Rick,
Avocado.
that is correct.
All
And
right.
pineapple, yeah, it would have when you saw
Yeah,
4, it'd be
yeah.
pretty much.
Mhm.
Okay, so Rick,
I took a chance on that one.
you are
He's
Wow.
burning it up. He's burning it up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Next question. That's the second one. We got 2 more to go. Which fruit has the highest oil content and is often used for industrial lubrication? Olive, coconut, avocado, or palm fruit? Rick,
Palm fruit.
wrong.
Why
Teresa,
did I say that?
Oh boy, avocado.
I thought it was going to be
No.
corn.
wrong. Cynthia,
Coconut.
you are right. Cynthia.
Eventually you'll get it right.
Now, I was gonna say actually, I thought palm oil was the right answer too, and then when it was no, then that's when I went to the other one.
Oh, so yeah.
Yeah.
So Cynthia, you've
Rick
been to
down.
tie with Rick. Or
What?
Teresa.
Rick or Teresa?
No, Teresa.
go.
No, Rick
I did-
leads with 60 points.
All right. He
We'll
did.
take
Oh,
away
that's
10
right.
then.
You got to take away some points too. I
Yeah.
didn't do that. Okay, sorry guys.
I didn't get. Oh yeah, I did guess.
That
That's
was
right.
minus. Yes, you
Yeah.
did. Rick.
Okay.
Okay, so this is getting interesting. 50,
Uh-huh.
45 to 35.
Rick is still winning.
2 more questions to
Wait a minute,
go.
I didn't win that one.
You did. I gave you the points. You got
I only
10
had
points.
35 before then.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Which of these is a root vegetable?
Oh boy.
Spinach, cabbage, radish, Rick.
Radish.
Yes. Okay. Radish is it. So these
That was
are
Lower
not,
your hands. Lower
That's
your
the
hands.
easiest one yet, right?
yeah. These were not in order of hardness or difficulty. All right, here we go. Next one. And this last. What is the main antioxidant found in blueberries? Lycopene, beta carotene, anthocyanins. Teresa.
Anthocyanins.
That's right.
Good job.
Okay. Tell you what, let's do one more because it's pretty close here. Although I don't
Okay.
know. Teresa's going to have a hard time overcoming Rick unless he answers wrong.
Yeah.
So pray that Rick answers the next
Teresa.
one. Put your hand
Oh, I
down.
gotta put my
Teresa.
hand down.
Yeah,
Okay. All
Wait a
right.
minute. First of all, what are anthocyanins?
Those are
That's
those
There.
red, that's the reddish stuff, but it
Red
That's like
and blue.
blueberries and
Blueberries.
beets and like all the yeah,
strawberries. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
blackberries too, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. What is the main ingredient in traditional French ratatouille?
Oh, Cynthia's gonna
Plant.
get this.
Cynthia.
Aubergine.
Aubergine is correct.
Oh,
Oh, Miss Cynthia
Cynthia.
is the winner.
Yes, aubergine, otherwise known as eggplant. Aubergine is the French word, and the Brits like to call it aubergine as well. You overtook them all,
Oh my God.
Cynthia. Wow.
Blind squirrel gets a nut every now and again.
from worst to first.
That's right. Congratulations, Cynthia.
Woo!
Wow.
Oh, she's great.
All right, Produce Buzzers, you did well today, very well today. Cynthia is our winner. Congratulations, Cynthia. She won with a total score of 65. Rick was second with 60, and Teresa with 45. Teresa led most of the whole game.
I had to
Yeah,
sit
what
back
can
like
I
a
say?
spider.
Yeah.
I always
Wait
say,
for them to mess up because
Right.
I
that
say
was going to
never
be.
give up. Like,
That's
right?
right.
Never give up.
Well,
If that was real money, what would be the financial explanation for this? We actually put money into it.
yeah, we should have done
Teresa
that.
had some kind of a saying about pigs get slaughtered. And
Yeah, exactly.
remember that?
Bulls make money and bears make money, but pigs get slaughtered. There you go.
Very good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Produce Buzzers. But we cannot leave without torturing our listeners with an homegrown.
Uh,
Okay, Teresa, what's the homegrown for today?
Well, have you heard that, in order to make your diet more healthy, you can use something like sliced apples in place of chips, with your sandwich. And so, the apple was feeling pretty smart. He was placed next to the sandwich, and the sandwich started giving him a hard time about how he couldn't have been any healthier than the chips, and it just went on and on and on, and the apple just completely ignored him. And why do you think the apple ignored the sandwich?
Okay, so the sandwich, he's missing his buddy's chips, and these apples have come along, upstarts, trying to be healthy. And the sandwich isn't happy about this. So he's carping at the apple, but the apple just stays there, doesn't say a thing. Why? Any ideas, Produce Buzzers?
No answers. Wow.
Boy, I'm drawing a
I know.
blank.
I'm trying to think of like assault, abuse. Like I'm trying to think like what would be connected to that.
Apple. Quiet apples. Why are apples quiet? I don't know. Okay, Rick?
Because he was more appealing.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But that's not the answer I had in mind.
I can't get it. All right.
Okay.
What's the answer?
So the apple just ignored him because he knew the sandwich was full of bologna.
Oh.
Very good.
Yeah,
Well,
one of your worst, that's for certain.
Good thing you didn't say it was a bologna sandwich to start with.
Right.
The bologna sandwich was sitting. Oh, oops.
Or you could have put in lunch meat, just.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have asked what kind of sandwich it was. That was.
You couldn't say because you knew it was a ham.
That would have worked.
Well, that was a lot of fun, Produce Buzzers. Thanks for playing along, and thanks for your good sportsmanship. You're all so kind to one another. Anyway, I hope the listeners enjoyed it, and we always like playing a little fruit and veggie trivia here on the Produce Buzzers podcast. So look out for us. We'll be playing again soon, and you can join along and play at home. Well, thank you, listeners, for tuning in to the Produce Buzzers podcast, brought to you by Produce Buzz, the gathering place for lovers of fresh fruits and veggies. We hope you were entertained a bit and educated a lot about fresh produce. Be sure to join us next time, and please tell your friends to do so as well. Like, share, and comment on our Produce Buzz Facebook page, and check out our website at www.producebuzz.com. There you will find articles about fresh fruits and veggies, how to select, store, and prepare them, as well as lots of interesting facts about all the wonderful bounty the earth provides for us. Until next time, be fruitful and don't forget to veg out.